What are the tax deductions for real estate agents? Hi, my name is Candice Cane, and I'm a tax advisor here at Robert Hall and Associates. Today we're going to talk about what deductions there are for real estate agents. As always, subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks. And for today, let's jump right in. So, what deductions are there for real estate agents? Well, I'm going to cover three different categories. There's travel and vehicle expenses, there's marketing and advertising expenses, and there's also office expenses. So for travel and vehicle expenses for a real estate agent, there's two ways you can do your vehicle expenses. Either way, you need to keep track of your mileage. You need to have a vehicle that you use for work, keep track of how many miles you drive for work and how many miles you drive for non-work. And then once you have that information, along with your car insurance expense, your gas expense, your maintenance, if you're paying for your car, if you have interest on a loan, that can be a deduction for your vehicle. Also, if you lease your vehicle, your lease payment. You need all of that information, and then you can decide either to take the standard mileage deduction, which is set each year, or you take your actual expenses and you get a proportion for the percent of miles that you drove for business versus personal. So say you drove 100 miles in the year and 40 of those were for business, you get 40% of your car expenses as your business deduction. Otherwise, you get a standard rate per mile, whichever is the higher amount you're allowed to take as your business deduction. Also, if you have travel for a real estate agent, now sometimes you might go to a convention where you're learning about the cutting edge in real estate, or you may have to travel to help a client in a different state or a different area. Those travel expenses can be business deductions as well. So then you've got your marketing and advertising expenses. Now, real estate agents do have a lot in this category. You've got the sign out in front of the house. You've got everything related to an open house. You've got flyers. You might have snacks or beverages set out for people who come to the open house. All of these things go into your marketing and advertising expenses. If you advertise in a magazine or a newspaper for your clients or anything like that. And then you have your office expenses. Now there's the basic things like a computer, internet, maybe even cell phone access that you might need for your business. There's, paper and a staff maybe that you have at your office. And then there's also the office itself. Maybe you rent an office or a portion of the office from your brokerage, or maybe you work from home and you have a business use of home deduction. If it's business use of home, then you need to figure out what the square footage of your house is and what the square footage of your office that you use just for work. And again, you get a proportion of your household expenses based on the square footage for your office. So you get a portion of either your rent or your mortgage interest and property taxes, and then a proportion of your utilities, electricity, water. If you have someone clean your house, that can go in there as well. If you have security cameras, anything like that for your house. So real estate agents really do have a lot of deductions when it comes down to it. And it's not just subscribing to the MLS and paying for that super key. There's a lot of deductions. Thank you for tuning in today. Still have questions or want to have a complimentary consultation with one of my colleagues here at Robert Hall & Associates? Click the link in the description or go to our website at roberthalltaxes.com.